Hey, Dragon Slayers. So, one of my viewers astutely pointed out that, everybody's in a different stage in their journey. And I didn't realize that for some of you, it could be discouraging to see that I go on cheat meals or go on vacation and go off the protocol. So, I want to always do what is in your best interest and what is most encouraging to you. So, when I am on vacation or a celebration or whatnot, I just won't share what I'm eating or what I'm doing because I don't want to trigger you, a person that might have to abstain completely or is in the very beginning of their journey. It can be hard to hear me talk about the delicious foods that I'm eating that aren't strictly on the protocol. So I'm just going to kind of not talk about food at all, at least anything that's not on protocol for the rest of this trip. But then starting next week when I get back, I'm going to hit the ground running and keep going as usual. So today's video is all about the two main reasons for hunger along with their triggers. There are two and only two main reasons why anyone eats, period, right? The number one reason is that you need to eat more, and that's why you're hungry, or the number two reason is that you want to eat more. So within the statement of you need to eat more, there are only two reasons why you need to eat more. Either number one, you have nutrient hunger, which is triggered by protein and mineral dilution due to excess fats and or carbs in the diet. So the PE diet can help with this because it reverses that process. Right? So if you're just simply not eating enough protein, you're not getting enough nutrients, you're going to be hungry. So you got to prioritize protein, prioritize nutrients. It's all a part of that PE diet protocol. That's going to fix your nutrient hunger. So number two within you need to eat more is that you have energy hunger. So if you have energy hunger, it's because you're glucose dependent and lack fat adaptation. From the frequent dependence of carbs, the PE diet also helps with this because it's innately low carb. So you can have someone that is maybe on the thinner side, right? And they're constantly eating carbs frequently. And that's not very healthy for you over the long period of time because it's going to make you carb addicted. And so every time you eat the carb, your blood glucose gets high and then it starts to crash within a few hours. That's going to make you hungry again. You eat more carbs, right? It's this crazy roller coaster. You don't want your blood glucose to look like this. You want it to be more steady. So that's, energy hunger, nutrient hunger. Those are the only two reasons why you would ever need to eat more food is because you're missing one of those elements. So the last reason, right, of why you would eat more food is because you want to eat more food. And if you are not lacking energy or nutrients and you still want to eat more, it's because you're addicted to food. And I feel like this encompasses the vast majority of Americans, including myself. I fall into this category. The base mechanism here is the dopamine reward that you get when you combine fats and carbs together. The best solution for this, again, is the PE diet, which will help you stay low carb and low fat, or possibly both, most of the time. So, yeah, like hedonic hunger. That's the number one reason why I think the number one reason why people overeat because it tastes good. So I find that when I prioritize protein first, no matter what you're eating, no matter what your meal plan is, no matter how you eat, prioritize protein first, nutrients second in the form of fiber. So protein is number one, fiber is number two. After you get full on protein and fiber, if you've got any room left over whatsoever, have a little potatoes, right? Like have a few carbs, have a little bit of even sugar. Like I eat dark chocolate pretty often. I love dark chocolate, 70% or higher, but I'm only eating like 3 or 4 small pieces of it. So you will find that when you prioritize protein first and fiber second, you're not going to have much room for anything else. You are filling up on your protein and your nutrients, and your body's going to want to burn its own body fat. That's where it's going to make up that excess. So the most important thing to note is that protein can do anything that fats and carbs can do, but fats and carbs cannot do anything that protein does. So think about that, guys. Your protein, your body, through like gluconeogenesis, can take protein and convert it into glucose if it needs to. It can do that. But you can't convert fat into protein, and you cannot convert carbs into protein. So protein can do anything that fat and carbs can do, but fat and carbs can't do anything that protein does. So that's why it makes sense to prioritize protein in your diet. That's what the PE ratio, the PE diet is all about. That's what I've got for you guys today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can support me in Patreon. The link is in the description. And remember that together, you and I will slay the dreaded diabetes dragon.